All right, guys, we're looking at Coinigy, and I'm going to show you how to set up the indicators to match the settings that I have, as many of you guys have asked. So when you open up your program here, it doesn't matter which ticker you're looking at. You can put any one you like or whatever opens up in default. And you might see a screen like this when you open up Coinigy. If so, ignore this part of it for now. We're just going to set up the indicators. So what I would want you to do is just maximize the window by clicking on this toggle panel arrow. That'll open that up. And you can actually even click on this arrow here, and that'll give you a little bit more of expanded view on the actual chart itself. So the first thing we're going to do is that we're going to click on this here, which is the indicator box, and it's a search box for all the indicators. You're going to click that one time, and up here we're going to start with volume. You don't have to type the entire word out. You can just go ahead and just type volume, and just the basic volume will show up. And then you're going to have a little cloud here, and what this is, it's going to be the moving average, and you can set that moving average. So when you look up here in the corner, it says volume, true, and 20. What 20 means is that it's a 20-day moving average, which is what this cloud is. Sometimes this cloud makes it a little bit difficult to read the bars that are in there. So you can easily change that by clicking on this wheel up here where it says format. You click it once, and then you're going to just remove, or you can remove it by unchecking here, and that'll remove the moving average. But you can also just click on style, and on here where it says volume moving average, you can just click on line. And this way it'll just give you a simple line across the across the volume bars without putting that cloud, that filling cloud, and make it a little bit easier to read. Just click OK, and there you go. If you need that bar a little bit thicker, let me show you how to do that. Click on format again, you click on style, and you can adjust the thickness of that bar by just moving this indicator over, or even thinning it out by going all the way over here. This is too thin for my eyesight, so I'll keep it right there at the default setting. And then click OK. And feel free to go in there and just mess around with that to find the settings that work for you. The next one is going to be when I click on the indicator search box again, and when I click on RSI, which stands for Relative Strength Index, and when I click on the first one right here. Then we're going to go ahead and X this out here, and we're going to click on MACD. There we go. So these are the indicators that I use the most, and it's going to be the RSI, the MACD, and the volume. We'll get to the EMAs in just a second. First of all, what I want to do here is, this doesn't look like my RSI because I changed the color that I have on mine to make it a little bit easier to read. So in order to do that, if you wish, you guys can click on the format bar again, and you find a color, click on the color here, and I like this color here. This color here, or even the yellow, gives you a little bit more of a drastic contrast between the black background. You can also increase the thickness by moving this bar over to the desired thickness that you want. I think right here the second setting works really well. Just click OK, and there you go. Now also, you have the top and the bottom of the limits that are already set at the default, which is 70 and 30. That's what I use. But if you wanted to change them, you can click on Format, then click on Inputs, and then here it's giving you the RSI for the 14-day average. But for the top of those lines, you go to here and you can change that. So you can enter here 85, 75, whatever you desire. Some people do 60-40. I do 70-30. That's the default. So if you're trying to follow me, I would leave it at 70-30. Just click OK on there. The next one now is going to be the MACD. Same thing, click on the format wheel. And I like to change the blue to something that's a little bit easier for me to read on my eyes. Again, I'll use yellow, or you could use tan if you like, and you can increase the bar size as well. We can click on yellow just to make it a little bit different color than the RSI, and this makes it a little bit easier to read. Same thing with the signal. We'll make that a little bit thicker, and I like leaving that on red. The histogram, you can go ahead and change any color you want. The default is red. I like white personally, so it's there. You can choose any color you want. Whatever suits your eyesight and how comfortable you see it is what you want to change it, and you can change it here however you want. And you just click OK on that. So now we have the volume set up, we have the RSI set up, and we have the MACD set up. Now let's move into the EMAs. The EMAs, like I mentioned before, is something that every trader uses to whatever specification they feel comfortable. The moving average of the price action fits their trading style. For me, I'm going to do the, let's see, EMAs. So we're going to go to this first one here where it says moving average exponential. You click on that, and I'm going to do that a couple of times. So you're going to see a few of them show up, and I see I'll use a 9, 30, 50, 100, and 200. So, and we could add more as we need to, but rather than going back here and typing it again, I'm just clicking on this over and over again, and it's giving me the EMAs, the same ones over and over again, which is fine, and I'll show you how to change each one of those. So we're going to go ahead and click out of here, and we're going to go with the first one here, the 9 EMA. I'm going to go ahead and click on the format wheel, and the color that I use is going to be this turquoise color for the 9. So this way you guys can follow along with me by changing the color, and I'm also going to increase the thickness to make it a little bit easier to read for my eyesight, and you guys can adjust that for yours as well. So we're going to leave the 9 EMA just the way it is with the same lengthwise. We're going to click OK. That's going to save it. However, the next one, we're going to change the color and the input. So the input's going to be the 30 EMA is the next one that I use. So 30, and then we're going to go to style, and we're going to change the 30 is actually I use this color for the 30. So that works out. No, actually no, wait a minute. I use the purple. I use the purple for the 30. So we'll change it to that, and we'll also increase the font size as well, again to just make it easier to read on the screen. Then we are going to click OK, and move on to the next one. We'll go to the other one below the 30 where it says 9, which is a default. We're going to click on the format wheel. Then we're going to go to the style. The next one, actually let's go to the input first. Input is going to be the 50. It's going to be the next one. So we've got 50. And then we're going to click on the style. And then we're going to change it to white. I like using white for the 50. My alerts are going off here, so I am just going to click these off here, and we'll go into alerts in just a second. So again, I'm going to increase the font. Oh boy, everything is dropping as we're making this video here. All gaps filled on BCC. Good, I'll be posting that chart shortly. So on the 50 moving day average, I like changing it to white. We're going to click OK. That's going to save it. The next one, we're going to go back down to where it says EMA 9, and we're going to format that. We're going to click on format, and this one here is going to be the 100. And then we're going to click on style. The 100, I use a tan line, and I'm going to increase the size again, and I'm going to click OK. And the next one I use is going to be the 200. Boy, everything is dropping. Let me just get rid of this alert here, and click on format. And for the 200, I use the red. So there we go. So we're going to go ahead and increase the size. I think that's orange. No, that's red. Okay. We'll increase the size on that, and then we're going to click OK. All right, so there you go. That sets up the EMAs, the indicators here, the volume, and everything you need to know for the indicator part of it. Now we're going to click up here where it says interval. All right, guys. You know what? I am going to, I'll go ahead and continue. Click on this time interval, and that is going to set up the time frames for you to quickly access those times. I like doing the 3 minute, the 5-minute, you hit the star and it's going to put up right up here. You're going to see them in your quick view bar. 15, 30, 1 hour, 4 hour, 6 hour, 12 hour, 1 day, 1 week, and that's about all I have on top. And you can adjust that as you like by just removing these stars, and it'll take it away. All right, guys, that's it for now. If you have any other questions, just feel free to give me a call. Not give me a call, but hit me up on DM, better said, and let me know if I can answer any more questions.